Located on a stunning Peel estuary, this next project is the realisation of a very experienced architect's lifelong dream to design and build his own home. So this is so beautiful and so light.
It's very light and it's a beautiful space in summer and winter.
The reflections.
The reflections are part of the place, you know, that makes it where it is. You know, it's right on the estuary. Susie, I'll show you upstairs. Right.
Wow, this is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
This is what we call the Zen room, or the library. And it's a place where you can get away from everything in quiet contemplation, read lots of books, but also, if you wish, you can always watch television.
Wow. This is like the 6-star resort that I've actually never stayed in and only seen in books. This is stunning.
We wanted something that's different to what we've got at home, so that when you come here, you really experience a difference.
So you, instead of going to Bali, you come here?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's a lot better.
Bali's cheaper.
I have it on pretty good authority from some of your staff that this process and this house was not the normal process. And it actually took, I mean, I think Christopher Wren designed St Paul's in 10 years. I mean, I hear this took, you know, they were saying between 15 and 20 years. Yes,
well, it's been thought about for 50. We bought the block of land 23 years ago. You think about it, think about it, think about it, throw away lots of things, and then you get to a point where you say, I have to do this now, and it happens.
So normally on a project, doing residential work, that happens in your head for such a long time, but then you actually have a client who has a deadline.
Ah.
But did you actually have a deadline?
I had the worst client in the world.
Oh, was it you?
Me.
Yes, that's exactly.
Terrible client.
I suppose for an architect who does large commercial projects around Australia, this was really an amazing experience to get back on the tools.
My oldest son actually acknowledged that. He said, I've watched you today sketching on walls, sketching on pieces of paper, dealing with the trades. And he said, he's back on the tools again and having fun. And when I thought about it, that's truly what happened. And working with the trades, where the conversation would start, this is what I want to do, that's impossible, that's ridiculous. Yeah. And then finally, between all of us, we did it. The stream that runs through the middle of the house reflects the canals out here. The planter beds on the other side reflects the samphire grass. As you walk in through the front door, you know, the whole estuary explodes because you've got 2 stories of glass that you're looking straight through at the estuary. So you can't be in any other place. You can only be here. And everywhere you walk in this house, you get these amazing glimpses of the waterways. As an architect, designing your own house is much harder than you think. Inspiration surrounds us. But we don't live in a vacuum. We have family and budgets to consider, like everybody else. So it's wonderful to see that this architect is at a stage in his life where he had ultimate freedom to be creative and considered. A true legacy to his very, very patient family.
Well, the owners of this house are clearly passionate about their gardens, which made the architect's brief very clear. Let nature in. Jonathan, I'm going to call this affectionately, if you don't mind, the Sun House. Because I think in a way you've really allowed nature to drive this design, haven't you?
Yeah, that's right. The whole place is designed to maximise the amount of sunlight coming into the house.
Yeah.
And to let ventilation through the house. So this site slopes down towards the north, and that's also where the landscape is. So we were able to open the house up completely to the north, looking out to the garden. And the kitchen is completely flexible. So the clients asked us to come up with a way of doing that. Yep. And we made this island bench movable.
Wow. So it's all on wheels. Lovely. So was the brief, we want to do lots of dancing in this house?
something like that. Materials here are very simple. They're rich, but they're simple.
Yeah.
And it's really about highlighting what's natural, the landscape outside.
Yeah.
It is lower than the courtyard, so the courtyard's about half a metre above this space. And that's actually responding to the natural topography of the land. And the roof follows the natural contour of the site.
Which allows all this lovely northern light to peel into both this void and the next.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
It's the middle of the day, sun is high and it's coming into this courtyard and actually heating up the spaces inside. This is really the bedroom wing. We've got the kids' bedrooms downstairs, but upstairs is the master bedroom, and they have privacy up there because they're higher, but they can look right down into the courtyard and into the living spaces as well.
I love the way the sun just pours into the bedrooms.
Yeah, the sun comes right in here and heats up this slab.
And I can imagine the clients just love living in this house. Yeah, it's so livable.
Yeah, they said to us recently that they'd prefer to stay here than actually go away on holidays.
You allowed them to bring their holiday home with them.
That's right.
Well, I'll tell you what, if I was a kid doing my homework, I couldn't think of a better spot to sit. I mean, this is just paradise, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an amazing spot for the kids. The wonderful thing about this house is there aren't any bad rooms. Even the kids' rooms downstairs get this incredible view into the courtyard. This is really set up for the kids to be able to live together and play together and study together. But when they get older, or if they want some space apart, they can close these down.
Look at that.
Easy as that.
2 rooms for the price of 1.
Exactly.
I like it. I mean, what did you say when the architect said to you, we're giving you a black house?
I was really concerned. I thought, oh, it's going to be hot in summer. It'll attract the heat and it won't match the street.
You just wrapped it in a green veil.
We did. The Beaumontiers and the giant king ferns. We chose the big leaves to kind of shrink the facade in the mind's eye. And it really pops against the black, I have to say.
Well, show me your best gardening.
Out the back.
Okay, let's go. This is what captures all the runoff water?
Yes, overland water down here.
Right.
And then also down through there.
Well, I can see why the garden is so important to you. And because when you look out that way, you know, this is your view. This is every day for you.
It is everything for us.
Is that why you chose
Kirk,
the architect?
It is. When Richard first came, he had a vision straight away of how to incorporate the garden into the house, unlike anyone else that we spoke to.
You didn't just get this garden protected, you actually got another garden in the middle of the house.
Yes, we did, yeah, which is similar to what we saw in Mexico, which we love too.
Yes, the hacienda style. I think it's really a successful design and a great collaboration between the owners and the architects.
Thank you.
So well done. Well, Kirk Architects really did respond to their client's brief perfectly here. And in a sense, they truly did bring nature in. Not just with fresh air, but with sunshine, water, and earth. It's a house that's in its landscape, around its landscape, and some of the best transterior architecture I've ever seen.